The problem with not deciding, and most people don't want to hear this, is when you don't decide, sooner or later, someone else will decide for you. And when that happens, my friend, there is nothing left to negotiate. All you can do is accept. So, here is today's question. What hurt more? Deciding or not deciding? Welcome, friends. I'm Fred. Here we talk about investments, training, real life, all from my personal perspective. And this question is interesting because it applies to every area of life: relationships, health, money, career. There's no escape from it. You are deciding all the time, even when you think you are not. Not deciding feels comfortable, it feels safe, it feels neutral. But here's the thing: it's not neutral. Not deciding is a decision, just a delayed one. And delayed decisions are expensive. You can decide not to train when you are young. No problem. Nothing happens immediately. No pain, no warning. But when you get older, that decision shows up. And now you pay the price. Your body doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care about excuses. It only responds to what you did or didn't do years before. Let me give you a bad example. When I didn't decide, a relationship example, I've been there. When you are young, you sometimes think you are smarter than life. You think you can do whatever you want and nothing will happen. You treat the relationship carelessly. You act as if the other person will stay no matter what. That's youth. That's arrogance disguised as confidence. And life is much smarter than you. That's the truth. What usually happens is this: the other person warns you again, again, and again. But you don't listen because you think you are in control. And then one day they stop warning you. That's the dangerous moment. From that point on, they are not thinking anymore. They are planning. Sometimes for months, sometimes for more than a year. And when they leave, they don't announce it. They don't ask for permission. They inform you. And at the point, it's over. And why? Because you didn't decide to do the right thing when you had time. You didn't decide, so someone else did it. Now, let me be clear. This is not about blaming anyone. And it's not about internet victim narratives. This is about responsibility. Life doesn't punish you. Life responds to your behavior. Now, let me give you another example, a good example, a decision that worked. Investments. When you are young, you doesn't invest thinking, I'm doing this so that when I'm old. No. You invest because you are afraid of the future. And sometimes fear is useful. I read a book when I was very young, written by a local author from my region here in Brazil, close to Belo Horizonte. The book was about building wealth, mainly through real estate. I realized the author was from my city, so I searched for him, and I found him. I called his house. I told him I had read his book. And to my surprise, he invited me to visit him. I was young, very young, maybe 19 years old or 20. I showed him my plan to build warehouses. He listened, and I started slowly, one project at a time. Each one was difficult, each one was risky. My first project was around 2003. I was 23, 24 years old. Today, more than 20 years later, I am already living the results of the decision, of that decision. That's what deciding does. Look at the contrast. In relationships, I didn't decide early enough and I paid for it. In investments, I decided early and I benefit from it. Same person, same life, different outcomes. Why? Because in one area, I let life carry me. In the other, I took responsibility. People think that not deciding gives them control. It doesn't. It only postpones the moment when reality takes control for you. And reality is not emotion. It doesn't care about explanation. It doesn't care about intentions. It cares about actions. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Deciding hurts, but not deciding hurts longer. Deciding creates short-term discomfort. Not deciding creates long-term regret. And regret is heavy. Life doesn't forgive in either direction. If you plan, organize, and act, you will reach results, even if you are afraid. And if you avoid, postpone, and delay, life will reach conclusions for you. There's no escape. Most people avoid decisions because they want more information, they want certainty, they want guarantees. But life doesn't work that way. You decide with incomplete information. That's adulthood. So, when people ask me which hurts more, deciding or not deciding, my answer is clear. Not deciding is always worse. Because when you decide, at least the outcome belongs to you. When you don't decide, you don't even own the result. So, tell me in the comments, in your life, what hurt more, deciding or not deciding? Thank you all for being here. See you in the next video, my friends.